Jedziemy na odsiecz. Trzymaj się, pieseł. Masz w ogóle prawo jazdy? I tyle nas widzieli. Oj, w złym momencie! Bardzo złym. Oj. Okej. Prawie identyczny. Jaki śmieszny ten pies, jak kaczka.
Einstein, where'd you go now, boy?
No co? Tramwaje. No. Uważaj. O, nasza znajoma.
Young man! Excuse me, young man!
Who, me?
You're the only man in the street, and I'm looking for a man in the street reaction. Naturally, you know about the explosion that destroyed this illegal gin establishment.
I read about it, yeah.
What's your opinion of Carl Sagan, the stranger who single-handedly did what the law has been unable to do for 10 long years, namely, rid Hill Valley of the scourge of liquor?
There's got to be some sort of mistake here. Carl wouldn't do something like that.
It's surprising the lengths a person will go to when it's a clear-cut matter of right and wrong. You've got an honest look about you. You do support the side of righteousness, I trust.
How'd Doc get himself into...
Doc?
Doc is his
Jestem
nickname.
szczerzy.
I'm good friends with Carl.
You are? Really? Oh, but I need an unbiased opinion for my story. Pretend you don't know him. How would you feel about his heroic act of destruction?
Well, I'm not so big on bomb blasts.
Yes, but this bomb blasted a speakeasy, the very symbol of lawlessness and corruption. You're all for cleaning up the town, aren't you? Do you have a message for the vicious gangsters who still roam these streets? No doubt plotting to corrupt our citizens with another den of booze, sin, and debauchery.
Yeah, tell him, go ahead, make my day.
Make your day what? Never mind. I'll play around with it and see if I can come up with something better. Mr. May I get your name?
Yeah, it's...
To weźmiemy.
Michael Corleone.
Thank you for sharing your candid opinions, Mr. Corleone. Edna Strickland, Hill Valley Herald.
I know, I met you back. I'm familiar with your work.
You read my column? How sweet! I know it's just an etiquette column, but I believe it'll lead to bigger and better... Oh!
Einstein, no, down, boy.
Is this wretched creature yours? He assaulted me once before.
What's got into you?
Aggressive dogs must be kept on leash at all times. It's the law. Look it up.
Doc, I gotta find Doc.
No to niech pies węszy. Prawie... Aha! Prawie przycisk myszy jakoś nie działa. A z shiftem? Też nie bardzo. Zniszcza baru.
I guess this is where the speakeasy burned down. How did Doc ever get mixed up in that?
Nie mam pojęcia. O! Jak kliknę 2 razy, to biegnie.
You gonna buy anything?
No.
Then get out, Tom.
Boże, jacy gościnni! Drzwi kancelarii prawnej. O, potrzebuję pomocy, konsultacji.
Hello?
No solicitors!
Okej. To do banku, weźmiemy kredyt.
How can I help you, sir?
Without any money, I don't really have any business in there.
Ale ty przyszedłeś po pieniądze. Wczorajsza zupa, danie dnia, wczorajsza zupa, dobre. O. Dzień dobry. Ale Micha? Podejrzany ten bar trochę. Ja ten jadł... Oj.
McFly? Biff? Kid? Grandpa?
That's Mr. Tannen to you, Artie. What are you doing out here?
Well, I was getting kind of hungry, so I figured I'd come down here for some free soup.
Just thought I'd come down for some soup. Think, McFly. The DA's throwing around subpoenas like Babe Ruth.
I don't think Ruth's a pitcher anymore.
Shut it. If one of those subpoenas landed in the hands of my number cruncher, I'd be in a whole lot of trouble. I could even get sent up the river. You wouldn't want that, would you? Would you?
No, of course not, kid.
All right. That's better. What are you looking at, punk?
Keep your eyes on the soup, kid.
Well,
Well, what?
what are you still doing here?
Sorry, kid. I'll just run back to the safe house.
You do that. And McFly,
Yes?
that hat's too flashy. You better let me hold on to it. Now scram!
You got it, boss.
And don't come out until I give you the all clear. I swear, if even one of you mooks could add 2 + 2 without your fingers, I'd dump that wimp into the lake. Hey! Anyway, I'm off to make myself irresistible. Don't let anyone burn down the shop while I'm gone.
No dobrze.
I better not talk to him. I don't want to mess up his timeline.
Telefon. A to co to? Kto to raczej?
Okay. Hey, never mind.
Jesteś przeżyczysty. Tak.
Maybe I should go to the jail and talk to Doc before I start dialing random people in 1931.
Dobra, a tu możemy wejść? Oj, chyba nie. Co to był za uśmiech?
There's no way I'm gonna keep that door open without some help.
A, to może zapytajmy tego pana o pomoc.
I better not talk to him.
No dobra. To wiesz co? To chodźmy stąd. Idziemy do tego, do policji. Na policję idziemy. Tam. O, shiftem przytrzymuję, to biegnie. No, biegł się. I teraz tu, op. No.
Who are you and what do you want?
Can I talk to Carl Sagan?
Are you his lawyer?
No.
Then scram.
Aha. Czemu powiedziałeś, że nie? To może pójdziemy tu w lewo. No, o.
Doc!
Marty,
Doc!
what are you doing here?
You sent for me, Doc.
I did? When?
May 14th, 1986.
1980? The automatic retrieval system, of course. I'd almost forgotten about that.
So what's our plan for getting you out of here?
Plan? We don't need a plan.
We don't.
Not in the slightest. The police picked me up for that speakeasy fire a couple of weeks ago, but the DA hasn't got a case. They're releasing me tomorrow morning.
So basically, I traveled 50 years into the past to deliver your car?
Sorry about that, but it's so wonderful to see you. We have a lot of catching up to do.
Yeah, you might want to hold off on that, Doc.
Great Scott! I'm going to be gunned down by gangsters on the steps of the courthouse.
Why would they do that?
Guess they didn't approve of my burning down their speakeasy.
Very funny, Doc. Maybe now we should come up with a plan?
A plan, right. But what?
Może to jest karkołomne, ale tak, to nie przejdzie. To nie wiem jak. Policja raczej sobie z tego nie zrobi.
Hey, maybe I could talk to the gangsters. Tell them they're about to shoot the wrong guy.
I don't think the criminals of this era are going to be very receptive to a complete stranger telling them that their secret assassination plan is misguided, do you?
No fakt, ale z drugiej strony.
Why don't I take the DeLorean, go back in time before you were arrested, and stop
To
you
co,
from getting
policji
caught in the first
powiedzieć,
place?
że takie są
Don't even
plany?
think about it.
Wierzą?
Without my unjust incarceration, the events that sent you into the past might never happen, resulting in a paradox of continuum shattering proportions.
Jeez, we've been back together for 5 minutes, Doc, and you're already talking about the end of the universe. I've missed that.
Don't be ridiculous, Marty. I was only referring to the end of the universe as we know it.
No dobra, to... O, może to?
Well, I suppose I could just get some dynamite and break you out of jail.
No, that's far too dangerous. Not just to me, but to random innocent people in the past. The repercussions could be... That's it!
What's it?
My rocket-powered drill.
You have a rocket-powered drill?
Not yet. I haven't built it yet.
You've lost me, Doc.
Listen, a few months ago, my 17-year-old self sent in a patent application for a rocket-powered drill. I abandoned the project after I never heard back from the patent office, but the prototype should be nearly complete.
Great, I'll just run back to your lab and...
No, I said nearly complete. You'll need me to help you finish it.
How the hell am I supposed to sneak a half-finished rocket-powered drill into your cell?
Not me. 1931 me.
Wait a minute, Doc. You want me to convince your 1931 self to build a rocket-powered drill to break you out of jail?
Precisely.
Chyba się zgubiłam.
How am I supposed to convince your younger self to finish the rocket drill? Just tell him I need to break his older self out of jail?
Absolutely not. Whatever you do, you can't tell my younger self anything about time travel. I won't come up with the inspiration for the flux capacitor for another 24 years.
Then what am I supposed to...
Just be your charming self. From what I remember, I'm a pretty easygoing kid, so enlisting me in a scientific adventure should be a piece of cake.
Dobra. Najpierw jeszcze
Won't
to
talking to
zapytam.
yourself cause, irreparable damage to the space-time continuum or something?
It should be fine. I've already invented the idea of the rocket drill. You've just got to goad my younger self into finishing the prototype.
Dobra, gdzie mam cię
Okay,
znaleźć?
let's say I go along with this crazy idea. Where can I find you? I mean, the other you.
How should I know? It was over 50 years ago. Why don't you go over to the soup kitchen next door and give my house a call? They'll know where to find me.
Soup kitchen. Got it.
Just stay away from the soup. It'll cause irreparable damage to your digestive system.
Nic tu nie zaszło. Absolutnie.
I guess I better get started. Don't worry, Doc. I'll get you out of here in no time.
I'm not worried. Once you and my younger self put your heads together, you'll be unstoppable.
Z pewnością. A tamtą stronę coś jeszcze? Nic. Koniec mapy. Dobra. To biegusiem. Wydudajni. Tutaj. Jadodajnia z sióstr miłosierdzia. Właściciel. No. To dzwonimy. To czy ty masz jakąś monetę?
For we were born only yesterday and know nothing, and our days on earth are but a shadow. Actually, I won't be born for about 40 years.
A mam zadzwonić, tak, ekwipunek i... A masz monetę? Czy to za darmo jest? Wystarczy zakręcić korbką.
Brown resident?
Hi. Do you know where I could find Emmett Brown?
Young Master Brown is currently tending to his clerking duties at the courthouse. Who, may I say, is calling?
The courthouse? Doc never told me he worked at the courthouse.
Do sądu? Oj, no, szybciej troszkę. Zagęszczaj ruchy, Marty. Sąd. Gdzie to był sąd? Tam jest sąd. No, ale... No idź. No. A, czemu nie mogę? To jest kancelaria, to jest bank. Może tędy, tak? Fryzjer. No fajnie, zobaczcie. Słuchajcie, jak... Nożyczki. Fajne. Mogę sobie zmienić fryzurę?
Hey, can I get some moose?
What does this look like? A hunting lodge?
Wykopali cię. But. Dobra, jak iść do tego? No, nie mogę tu wrócić. Nie mogę tu wrócić, a nie mogę tędy... Mogę tu przejść jakoś tutaj do tego sądu? Tędy, dobrze. No, szybciej trochę, co? O, gdzie ja wlazłam? Halo! Proszę mnie wypuścić. Tędy nie, tędy nie. Może ja muszę wrócić do meta i za... O! Cześć, Einstein.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Okej, tośmy po prostu pogadali z pieskiem. Czy tu będzie zaraz... Tak, tutaj będzie, dobrze. Super. Drzwi sądu. Wpuszczą nas tu w ogóle? No i...
Touch those. These are very sensitive legal documents. Nobody is supposed to handle them but sworn officers of the court. Papa, I mean, Judge Brown says so.
Pewnie zostawiłeś połowę, nie? No,
Judge Brown? Doc. Nice to meet you. I'm Michael, Corleone.
Emmett Brown. But I am a law clerk, not a doctor. Now please get out of my way. I have important business to transact. Naturally, H2
No idź za nim. Może tak szybciej. Ale słuchaj, musimy pogadać.
Listen, Emmett, you don't know me, but I'm your friend.
I'm not big on friends. They get in the way of work.
Come on, Doc. Emmett, drop the Legal Eagle Act. I got something more important for you to do.
Mr. Corleone, I'll have you know that the law is the very mortar that holds society together, and we in the legal profession are like brick masons building the edifice of the future.
Your dad tell you that?
Every morning.
See, I'm sort of in the science business myself. That's why I sought you out.
Not that I care in the least, because science is the furthest thing from my own area of interest, which is law, but I don't believe you.
It's true. I'm a scientist.
So tell me something, Mr. Scientist, from your vast storehouse of scientific knowledge.
The leg bone's connected to the thigh bone?
Amazing.
Listen, I understand you're working on a new invention in your lab.
Invention? You must have me mixed up with somebody else. I'm in law. I have absolutely no interest in science.
Na pewno.
Gravitational
No,
constant is very...
leć za nim!
Is that even possible?
Wracaj!
Oh,
No,
let's start over.
no szybciej, no. Jezu, no.
That's Newton. But how many newtons are required to maintain a constant massive accelerator?
Come on, wait up a minute.
You again? Can't you see I'm busy?
What's this important business you're up to?
It's a legal matter, very complicated, very abstruse. I need to obtain 5 sets of initials on every copy of this writ of indemnification before before Judge Brown can even think of granting a waiver to the party in the first part.
You have no idea what it's about, do you?
That's how important it is.
Kiedy kończysz?
So, Emmett,
Przyjdę po
what
pracy.
time are you through with work?
Depends. On weeknights, Pop sometimes keeps me in the office till 9.
9 at night, but today's Saturday.
Right. So I probably won't get off before 10.
How about you knock off work early and I'll buy you a beer or soda? What do you say?
Don't try to tempt me from my duty with sugary beverages. Keeping the wheels of justice turning, that's my one passion in life. Besides, if I left before 8, my pop would kill me.
Sounds like you're a little scared of your father.
Scared of my father? Pop is the most learned, just, incorruptible judge that Hill Valley has ever seen. The only people scared of Judge Brown are people with a dark secret to hide.
No i
And
ty
I don't have a
skrywasz
dark
sekret.
secret to hide.
Nie, wcale.
Okay, so you don't want your old man to know. That's fine. Listen, we all keep secrets. But I'm telling you, you can level with me about this science project of yours.
I am not a scientist. Go ahead, ask me what E equals.
What does E equal?
I have absolutely no idea. See? I don't know where you got your information from about me, mister, but you're wrong, wrong, wrong.
Łatwe w obejściu, tak? No i co ja mam robić? Proszę mnie wpuścić. Nie skończyłam tej
Better not.
rozmowy.
Those lawyers sound kind of nasty.
No, dobra. Wracamy do doktorka. Czekaj. Już skończyłeś robotę? Skończyłeś robotę,
Will you
prawda?
just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Come on, you could trust me, Doc. Emmett, it's your future I'm looking out for, in more ways than one.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about you and science.
Oh, that word again! If you insinuate I'm a scientist once more, I'll sue you for defamation of character. Equal to A's expectation value. but only
Dobra,
if
pozwij mnie.
remains constant.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime.
Emmett, about
Don't
your...
say it. Dimensional harmonic oscillator, then naturally
Chyba
needs to
to się nie uda.
version of H has to come out less than expectation value of A, right?
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Ale mam pomysł. Mam pomysł. Damy mu to. Tylko gdzie on polazł? Czego teraz znajdę? Czy on już chyba wrócił do tego? Do sądu, nie? Czy nie? No pewnie, że wrócił do sądu. A może jak tu wyjdziemy, to pewnie...
I don't need to go in there anymore.
Now if H stands...
Will you just give me a chance?
No ale ja nie
Harassment's a
chciałam go kliknąć. Nie.
Sounds like you're a little...
Scared of my father ever
To
seen.
było.
You don't have a
To
dark
było,
secret.
to było. No, chcę wyjść z tego.
Emmett,
Expectation value of A, right?
Chcę mu to dać.
No. What am I
No tylko go...
missing here?
No, biegnij za nim, bo...
H stands for Hermitian line operator.
Doc's notebook doesn't belong to him. Okay, actually, it does belong to him. In any event, it's probably a really bad idea to give him a...
No dobra, to kiepski pomysł. No ale ja nie mam innych pomysłów. W sensie, no mam niby, ale nie sądzę, żeby to... Postaw mu nogę. Dobra, wracamy do doktorka. Może się czegoś dowiemy od doktorka. Jak mu przemówić do rozsądku. No. Boże, sterowanie tu jest takie trochę kijowe. No, biegusiem. Nie mogę go przekonać, no.
Doc!
Problem jest.
Have you found my younger self
Tak, ale
yet?
jest problem.
Well, I met your younger self,
Great.
and I gotta say, you're kind of uptight.
What?
You won't even talk to me.
I find that hard to believe. Tell me what happened.
I tried asking him about your rocket drill, but he says he's not a scientist.
What? What? Oh, Father.
What's he got to do with this?
In 1931, I was still deathly afraid of my father discovering the truth about my scientific predilections, so I carefully kept them under wraps, practicing science at odd hours, away from his prying eyes.
That sucks.
It sucked a lot. Fortunately, I eventually stood up to him, but right now, my younger self probably thinks you've been sent by my father to check up on me.
Dobra.
What do I do to convince Teen Doc that I'm not a spy?
I'm not sure.
No, dzięki.
You know, your younger self seems really dedicated to the law.
It's a facade, I assure you. I had to keep up appearances to appease my father.
Why does your younger self mutter all the time?
Muttering? Why would I be muttering? I never mutter unless... The Hill Valley Expo!
The expo?
Yes, the Expo. How could I have forgotten? In a few months, the younger me will put on a demonstration at the Hill Valley Exposition, my first public foray into the world of science. Everyone in town will be there, including a number of noted inventors who shaped my career.
So, it was a big success?
No, it was a miserable failure, but it was a spectacularly miserable failure, one which marked my transition from an amateur garage scientist into a professional seeker of truth.
O Boże.
What does this expo have to do with you muttering all the time?
When I was younger, I used to relieve stress by working on complex mathematical conundrums. No doubt my younger self is working on some impossible problem in an attempt to work off cerebral steam in the weeks before the exposition. What was I muttering about?
I don't know, h to the something with an inverse of something else. I'm not so good at equations.
That's too bad. I bet if we could solve my younger self's problem, he'd be more inclined to listen to you.
Mhm.
I still can't figure out what your younger self is muttering about.
Blast! If only I could hear him
Mogę
myself.
go nagrać. Dobra.
Let's
Nagramy
talk about
go.
your younger self's problems later.
Okay, but don't forget we're on a bit of a deadline here.
Co ty nie powiesz? Czekaj, bo jest po tam było się
Tak.
coś.
Marty, how goes...
To mnie interesuje.
Guess who I bumped into at the soup kitchen? My grandfather.
No!
Don't worry, I didn't talk to him or change his future or anything.
Good.
I wish I could, though. This era's tannin is treating him like dirt.
Don't worry. If history plays out as it's supposed to, he'll soon be out from under Kit Tannen's thumb and free to live out his life as a humble accountant with your grandma. What was her name again?
Sylvia.
Right, Sylvia.
Dobra.
Hang in there, Doc.
Idziemy
Not the
nagrać...
best choice of words, Marty.
Chodź, idziemy nagrać tego naszego delikwenta. Tego naszego naukowca. Nie naukowca idziemy nagrać. Taki jest plan. No, tu chodzi. Czekaj. On tam ciągle mamy oczy, że 187 coś tam. No.
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. Is that even possible? Now if H
No, piękne. Dobra, wracamy się do doktorka. No, Marty. No, idź Marty, proszę cię bardzo. Ja trzymam w D, a on idzie do przodu. To jest tak dziwnie zrobione sterowanie, że ja po prostu wymiękam chwilami. No i powinnam myszką chyba sterować bardziej, by to wyglądało lepiej. Dobra, nagrałam, chyba. Powiedz, że nagrałam.
So, Doc, does this ring a bell?
Oh, think, Emmett, think. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A. H to the A multiplied by the inverse of A.
Good grief! Is that me? I sound so...
Young?
I was going to say intense. I forgot how wound up I used to get.
Yeah, but what are you muttering about?
Oh, that's easy. It's Ivanov's conundrum. Just tell my younger self that H equals a Hamiltonian operator.
Won't giving him the answer mess up the time stream?
Only if it turns out that reality is actually nothing more than a holographic illusion created by the interplay of subatomic particles on a vast two-dimensional membrane.
So...
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Dobra, chodź, idziemy mu powiedzieć to, co on tam kazał powiedzieć. Mam nadzieję, że pamiętasz, co powiedział. bo jak nie, to będzie mi smutno. Biegusiem. Gdzie on polazł? Gdzie ja go znajdę teraz? O, jest, dobra. To poczekam.
Will you just give me a chance?
Harassment's a federal crime, Mr. Corleone.
Maybe H equals the Hamiltonian operator.
What did you just say?
I said maybe H equals the...
Hamiltonian operator.
Yeah!
Great Scott! If H is the Hamiltonian, then H to the A multiplied by the inverse of H can only be the same as the expectation value for A. That's it! That's the solution to Ivanov's conundrum, the problem I've been wrestling with in my head all week!
I'm sure you would have figured it out by yourself in a day or two. The way you figured out how to build that rocket-powered drill.
Where did you learn so much about science?
Zaryzykujemy? To nie bardzo. To też śmieszne jest, nie?
Well, it's like this.
You know about my rocket power drill? Then there can only be one explanation.
What?
You're from the patent office. I confess I didn't quite know what to expect when I sent the paperwork, but I never expected this. Welcome! I'm at your service. What can I do for you?
Can I see your rocket-powered drill?
Of course, of course. Naturally, it's just a scale model, but it's nearly operational. I can show it to you, say, first thing in the morning?
Dzisiaj bym prosiła.
Nah, that's no good. I need to see a full-size model. That's fully operational. Tonight. Otherwise, we'll have to award the patent to a competing inventor, Dr. McCoy.
It can't be done. I mean, it might be possible to construct a full-size working model in that time frame, but I haven't got the main ingredient for the fuel.
I'll get it for you. What is it?
190 proof grain alcohol. And you know how difficult it is to get a hold of alcohol these days.
Especially now that someone's blown up the speakeasy.
And besides, there's no way I can get off work until I've delivered the subpoena. It's part of the investigation into the business affairs of Kid Tannen. Is it vitally important you see that rocket-powered drill today?
Yes. Is it vitally important you deliver that subpoena today?
Yes!
Listen, I'll help you deliver it, and I'll see to it you get the alcohol you need. It'll help you get that drill finished by tonight. Deal?
Deal. Here's the subpoena.
Do kogo?
I've got to subpoena my grandpa.
It's Kid Tannen.
Hey, I just saw him at the soup kitchen yelling at Arthur McFly.
I'm not surprised. Arthur does the books for his business.
What kind of business?
That's what the DA is trying to find out.
Let's go talk to him.
No!
Why not? Kid Tannen can tell us where Arthur's hiding.
Yeah, well, he can also have us fitted for a Chicago overcoat.
Trzeba go jakoś wrobić. Ale czego ty się boisz?
How about Kid Tannen? What do we know about him?
He's loud, he's obnoxious, he's not very bright, and he doesn't like anybody getting in his way.
Yep, that's a Tannen, all right. You have to deliver a lot of subpoenas?
Father's always sending me out to do these dirty jobs. He wants to expose me to different kinds of people. All he's exposed me to is a lot of new curse words.
If serving subpoenas is such dirty work, why don't you just say no?
Look, what's the worst thing that can happen to me on this job?
You could get shot.
Yeah, well, believe me, that's nothing compared to what I'll get if I mouth off to my pop.
Any idea where we could find Artie?
Not a jot. If only we had a way of tracking him.
This subpoena's for Arthur McFly?
Have you seen him?
For a few seconds in the soup kitchen, but I think he's gone back into hiding.
Brilliant deduction, Einstein.
Einstein jest tutaj. Dobra.
Some of us down at the patent office are wondering, what made you think of a rocket-powered drill?
Ah, that'd be Journey to the Center of the Earth by Jules Verne. It was a revelation.
No tak.
Yeah, that's kind of what we figured. Have you read The Time Machine?
H.G. Wells? Not yet, but it's on my list.
This might be a stupid question, but couldn't you have designed your rocket-powered drill to run on a fuel that, isn't illegal?
Illegal? What does law have to do with science? Science has its own laws. You of all people should know that.
No tak. Dobra, chyba wszystko pytaliśmy.
We'll get that subpoena delivered. Or my name isn't...
Michael Corleone!
Tak.
Yeah.
Aha. Einstein, ratuj.
Hey, how you doing, Einie?
Einie?
It's short for Einstein.
Einstein, of course. Because he was a patent officer just like you.
Dobra. A gdyby... O, Edna tu jest, rower Edny. Mogę zobaczyć
Nice
rower.
bike. Huffy?
Huffy? I'm not huffy. I'm passionate. Passionate about justice, safety, law, and order.
Never mind. Hey, Miss Strickland.
Oh, hello, Mr. Corleone. Try not to draw any undue attention my way. I'm on the trail of a hot new scoop, as we in the newspaper business say.
Did you finish the story you interviewed me for? About Carl Sagan?
Yes, but those pig-headed editors at the paper rejected it. They said my story was slanted, and that I was glorifying a suspected arsonist. As if their stories aren't always glorifying the criminal vermin that run this town. This whole thing makes me so mad I could spit. Though of course I never would. There's an ordinance against it, and it's so untidy.
I'm sorry about the way Einstein lit into you back there. I don't know what got into him.
Well, I hope you've learned to keep him under control.
Yeah, I found someone to keep him distracted.
Very good. Now let's see if you know your multiplication tables.
What's the scoop?
I've heard rumors that something shady is going on at the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen. It's under new management, you know. And, oh, we mustn't jump to any conclusions. Not till the facts are in. I hope to heaven it is just a rumor. That soup kitchen is the front line in the good fight. If it goes bad, what will happen to the Stay Sober Society? Not to mention all the charitable institutions that depend on me for soup deliveries.
What's the Stay Sober Society?
You haven't heard of the SSS? They do the most marvelous work, taking hopeless drunken bums and turning them into former hopeless drunken bums. I'm one of the founding members. And not to say that I was ever, well, you know. Anyway, we've always met in the cellar of the Sisters of Mercy soup kitchen, but for some reason the new managers don't want us down there, so we're stuck. We've got nowhere to meet.
You make hot soup deliveries?
It's one of my many small contributions to the good cause. Healthy bodies, healthy souls, or so one hopes. I pick up barrels of hot soup at the kitchen, and I deliver them hither and thither. Hill Valley Orphanage, the St. Francis Xavier Ranch for Unwanted Children, Foggy Mountain Home for the Incurably Insane, Shady Acres Rest Home. Oh, I can barely keep track of them all. It's a very big job.
Ja mogę pomóc.
Hey, I can help you deliver soup. I donate a lot of time to charities.
Oh? Which ones?
The, Mario Brothers.
Ah, yes. The Italians do so many good works.
If you'll just fix it so I can pick up the barrels of soup.
Now hold your horses, let's not get overeager. I drive the soup cycle in this town, and I'm not about to turn it over to an upstart. But if you're well connected with the local charitable institutions,
Yeah?
you can let me know when they're running low on soup.
I know a place where the Stay Sober Society
Serio?
can meet.
Oh? Where?
To coś zmieni?
The Brown residence.
You mean Judge Brown's place?
Yeah, I happen to be good friends with his son Emmett, and he's told me the judge would love to lend his place out for, you know, good causes like yours.
Really?
Ale ty zmyślasz.
That's the most generous, public-spirited offer I've received in a month of Sundays. Please tell your friend Emmett we accept. The meeting isn't due to start for a little while, so that'll give our people some time to set up.
As a matter of fact, I do know a local charity that's running low on soup.
Oh?
Co my robimy właściwie?
The Rest Home.
Those dear old-timers. Soup is one of the few pleasures they have left.
Co myśmy narobili w ogóle przed chwilą?
All right, Edna, just think of all those poor unfortunates and hold your nose. Mr. Donnelly!
Okej. Cośmy narobili przed chwilą. Mam wrażenie, że cośmy pokręcili. Lekko. No nie tak miało być, nie?
But couldn't you tweak your engine design a little so it runs on something else?
Like what?
I don't know, gas maybe?
Gasoline? Pfft, yesterday's news. You'll see. By 1940, automobiles will all run on pure alcohol.
Na pewno. Dobra, to wszystko
We'll get that
wiemy.
subpoena delivered.
Co nam to dało? Że ona gdzieś pojechała. Bo chyba nie tak coś zmaściliśmy chyba, nie? Ale to będzie tyle w tym odcinku. Do zobaczenia w kolejnym. Pa, pa!